Wanda fans ain't gonna like this, but damn, what an ending. And I gotta be honest, as someone who doesn't really like this show, I think I know which episode is my fave. Agatha All Along episode 8 and 9 released the last two episodes at the same time last night, and we gotta talk about it. Spoiler warning, 3, 2, 1. Episode 8 starts off with Alice looking at her dead body and is not ready to be taken by death. Well, you should have thought of that before dying. Not long after, Agatha and Rio go face to face to negotiate a deal where Rio will leave Agatha alone if Agatha can bring Billy to her. Oh, and then Rio leaves by cutting out an opening in the fake background. Huh? We find out that they went in a circle on the witch's road back to the beginning, and wow, great progress. So they decide to put on the shoes and they disappear. And they end up in this room. Wow, interesting basement. Then Jennifer finds out that Agatha bonded her for 100 years, damn. Then she starts saying this, you hold nothing, you hold nothing, you hold nothing. And then she gets her powers back and disappears. Now it's just Agatha and Billy, and Agatha helping Billy think about Tommy. And in that process, we hear the voices of Wanda and Vision. Ooh. And then Billy disappears and leaves a big crack in the ground. And then Agatha uses it to grow something, which then she succeeds and is able to escape as everything crumbles down. And right when she gets out, death is waiting for her. And that Lady Death is slowly trying to kill Agatha. And then Billy comes out of nowhere to help Agatha in his full outfit. Oh, Billy helps Agatha get her power back, and as she's getting it back, she rises and starts laughing, and and she's back in her witch outfit. Oh, then Death and Agatha battle it out together. After Agatha almost fooling Billy walking away, then Billy mentions Agatha's son, and then she turns around and starts making out with Death, which was kind of almost teased, I feel like, a few episodes ago when they almost kissed each other when it was real. And then Agatha starts floating in the air, and then she dies. What? And then Billy walks away as everyone in the town is staring at him as he enters the car. He drives home. His parents greet him saying, damn, you've been missing for like 24 hours, where you been? Which doesn't feel like much considering what has happened. And Billy's in his room, and then all of a sudden we hear some laughter, and then a boo! And then the episode ends, which is sounding like Agatha. I would say this was my favorite episode in the series. Intense, good pacing. I like the music. I give episode 8 an 8.3 out of 10. Solid episode. Now on to the finale. Episode 9 starts off in year 1750, where Agatha is pregnant, and then Rio pulls up out of nowhere saying, give me that baby! And then Agatha's like, hey, I want more time. And then, she gets more time, and then the baby is born. Nicholas. Oh. Now Agatha's holding her son on her chest, and I feel like using it a way to get witches to drain their power and kill them. Oh. At least that's what it sounded like in this scene when she was seeming like hungry. It is no longer down the witch's road, it's down the whiny road. You would think with Agatha killing all these witches and not being a good witch that we wouldn't like her, but then seeing her relationship with their son throughout this episode, I don't feel as bad. It is time Rio, aka Death, pulls up and takes Agatha's son Nicholas. Which Agatha wakes up and starts crying. Ugh. Then we get some random witch pull up on Agatha talking about they want to be on the road or where's the road, and then Agatha's okay, I'll take you there, and then creates her own coven and then starts draining all their powers and killing them, and then keeps doing the same process over and over again as the music increases louder and louder. Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road. My singing is top notch. And then boom, we are back to the beginning where the first song started in the basement, and it seems like Agatha broke the fourth wall at the end. And to no surprise, it's Agatha behind Billy in a room, but in a ghost form. Ooh. And that the road wasn't real until Billy made it real. So it was Billy all along? Oh. We see that Jennifer from the scene where she disappeared in the episode before is in Westview, and that she flies away with her powers. Ooh. And then Billy goes to the basement to try and banish Agatha, but that didn't quite work out. And Agatha was somehow able to pick up a physical object. And then Billy uses powers to close the witch's road door with the 3 names of the other witches and other people who die. And then Billy and Agatha team up together to go and try and find Tommy. Oh, not a bad ending, but I will say, honestly, I don't even think we really needed a 9th episode. I feel like they could have just made the 8th episode a little bit longer, including the parts of Agatha being the ghost and trying to find Tommy, and that's it. We kind of already knew about Agatha's backstory. They just, I guess, wanted to show it. Like, does that mean Alice, Lila, and Sharon died for nothing? And that people on social media are reacting like, oh my gosh, there was no Wanda Maximoff? How? What do you mean how? They literally said like many months before, early in the year, that Wanda wasn't going to appear in this show. Anyways, I give episode 9 a 7 out of 10. Now, if we're talking about the whole series, my favorite episode being episode 8, and my least favorite being episode 1, I rate the whole series of, 6 out of 10, not necessarily my cup of tea. Now, what would you rate episode 8 and 9 out of 10, or just the whole series? And would you like a season 2 down the witch's road?